Republican Senator Lindsey Graham joins me now. He says that Afghanistan is in a free fall situation. So, Senator, thank you as always for being with us. I'm sure it's no surprise to you that that number was pretty shocking and surprisingly higher than we've been told in the past about how many people are trying to get out.
Yeah, I said last night that the Biden administration is the most incompetent group of people in my lifetime in terms of running our government. The same people in charge of the border are also in charge of Afghanistan. Now, what does it matter that we missed it by 100 and something percent in terms of American citizens? You know why the others are not ready to come? Because the Taliban won't let them. They're going to extort us. They're going to use all these Americans to extort us in the international community to get assistance to the Taliban. We're in a terrible spot. ISIS is getting stronger. The Taliban does not have the capability to defend America against Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Only we can do that. The decision to abandon Afghanistan is the single biggest mistake anybody's made since 9/11. We've given safe haven to ISIS and Al-Qaeda. We have a terrorist organization in charge of Afghanistan. We have Americans under the control of a terrorist organization. We have thousands of Afghans who fought along our side bravely, abandoned. Who's going to help us in the future? This is a disaster at so many levels, and if they don't change policy at the border in Afghanistan, it's just a matter of time before we have another 9/11 coming from Afghanistan, most likely through the southern border.
So I remember General Milley saying that because of the way we left Afghanistan, the concern that terrorists would regroup, either Al-Qaeda or ISIS-K, was accelerated, that had moved everything up. And now you hear from this Undersecretary of Defense today, Colin Kahl, 6 to 12 months, he says, ISIS-K could have the capability to attack the United States. That's not a long time.
Now, let me put a fine point on it. We're relying upon the Taliban to help us prevent an attack by ISIS on the United States. What kind of position is that to find yourself? The over-the-horizon capability to deal with terrorism in Afghanistan is in partnership with Pakistan. We don't have any American soldiers and bases in the region. We're completely blind now when it comes to what's happening on the ground. And the Taliban said publicly about 2 weeks ago that they would not help us when it comes to Al-Qaeda, that they will not cooperate with the United States when it comes to the Al-Qaeda threat in Afghanistan. To me, that's basically declaring war on the United States. So they're in line with Al-Qaeda, even though they don't like ISIS. I don't think they have the capability to deal with ISIS. So we're in a bad spot. We're relying on a terrorist organization to police two terrorist groups.
Yeah. And they don't really care what we think anymore because it looks like they've got some support from China and Russia. So they don't really need to worry about what we think anymore. Senator Graham, thank you very much, sir. It's always good to have you with us. Thank you, sir.